Hello and welcome to Plus Sports on Plus TV Africa. My name is Mikhail Tinubu. Welcome on the show. Now, it's Tuesday, the day after, and many of you at home must have been on the edges of your seats, hoping against hope that Nigeria wouldn't drop points and we could return to the top of the table. And that's exactly what we did with a 1-0 win. Super Eagles captain, however, proved to be the star of the day alongside Victor Simon. Simon got the goal, but Ahmed made his own statement with his appearance as he became the most capped Nigerian player after his appearance in the second leg of Nigeria's Africa Cup of Nations match. Now, I'm joined on the line by Gboyega to discuss this. Gbenga, good morning.
A pleasant morning to you, Musa. It's nice to be here.
Welcome on the show. Now, Ahmed Musa has now become, the most capped Nigerian player of all time. He's in the same brackets as Frank Lampard, Patrick Viera, even Zinedine Zidane being capped for his country. What exactly does this say about his career? I saw pictures of you with the team yesterday. How did that feel for you?
Actually, that picture had started from the press conference. I've been with the team since Thursday. We had the opportunity to see Yosef Esseiro and Ahmed Musa, who was the captain of the team. We also had the opportunity with the Guinea-Bissau coach and the captain of the side on Thursday. But generally, what we could see both in the first leg and the second leg is one team was more motivated than the other. And unfortunately, the team who was more motivated is not the Super Eagles of Nigeria, it's the Wild Dogs of Guinea-Bissau, because we saw that over 2 legs. Yes, we won the game yesterday, but still it was a below par performance. I mean, in total, we had about 37 shots, 37 attempts. We could only score one goal over 120 minutes of football. So, sorry, 180 minutes of football. It was quite pathetic. It's something that was disappointing. But generally, what another thing we could take out is that the boys will always obey the clarion call whenever they are called for the national team. But are we there yet? That's $1 million question.
Well, you're right. The Nigerian national team did defeat the Jutus of Guinea-Bissau 1-0 at their Stadio 24 de Setembro. Moses Simons scored the winning goal from the spot on the half-hour mark after Bright Osai Samuel was brought down inside the box. Pesero believes his side could have scored more goals in both games, but their profligacy in front of goal. 1-0 is, these days, we know no matter how good a defense a team has, 1-0 is never a safe bet going into the final minutes of the game. 2 goals isn't even guaranteed to earn you a win. What exactly is what do you feel? Is it a lack of confidence? Is it a lack of technical prowess in front of goal? Why are we able to create so many chances but fail to put them away?
First of all, there's a lot of factors. We can start blaming the pitch. Of course, the pitch yesterday was a much better pitch, though it's still not as quality as we would expect, but it was much better pitch than what we saw on Friday. A lot of people have highlighted that the games we lost against Costa Rica, Mexico, Portugal, and the rest of them, they were actually lost on good pitches. So if you start blaming pitches, one of the games we lost when we played on a good pitch, we blamed the administration, months of salary being owned, match bonuses being owned, lack of hospitality when these players are being moved from one place to another. A lot of factors. But on the pitch of play, we saw lackadaisical attitude. We saw players who lack ideas of what to do. I don't understand how Zaid Sanusi started both legs. It was abysmal. I don't understand how Chukwueze couldn't go past one player over 2 legs. I mean, Victor Osimhen didn't even score one goal. and he had a lot of chances and didn't have up to 4 shots on
Should
target. That's unlike him. Now there was a change of formation. Ademola Lookman was dropped to the bench, and Tere Murphy started alongside him. But the little change we saw, they still couldn't finish. We had to finish from the spot, which was the spot kick by Mr. Simon. A lot of things, and what I could just pick out is lackadaisical attitude, lack of
should
intention, and lack of morale.
the next time Nigeria faces off against a team, certainly maybe in the friendlies, should Jose Pizarro consider just dropping every single player he currently has in the squad and starting afresh with complete? Because we clearly have enough players. If you pick from the league in Nigeria, if you pick from Nigerian players plying their trade across Africa, if you pick players in places like Turkey, in places in Eastern Europe, and even Western Europe, you can find players that are currently not in the squad that perhaps maybe he needs to give the current squad of players something to worry about.
First of all, the players he chose are the players he has total confidence in. Like I said, when with him during the press conference on Thursday, he highlighted one of the players who claimed to come from the Yum Yum FC, Daniel Bameyi, and we asked how he inherited the side of the team. He said he watched the guy talking about Daniel Bameyi, the defender of the under-20 team, and he liked what he saw during training and invited him to the national team. Now he is part of the squad. Why didn't he use him? We don't even have to go far. Use the players that were called up on the 23-man list. It is a no-brainer. After the unfortunate thing to Kevin Akpoguma in the first leg, where he had a head injury, obviously Temilogo Ajayi came to fill for him. But we had a certain Kenneth Onuero who was on the bench. He didn't play the first leg. Now, fine, you brought him into the second leg and you paired him with Temilogo Ajayi. And you left Zaidu Sanusi on the pitch when we have a Calvin Bassey who has strived as a left back in Rangers and also done a little bit of that in Ajax, although they converted it to a centre back. But we know the glory days of Calvin Bassey is as a left back.
It sounds to
the
me
person who was
it sounds to me like you're saying the manager, the head coach, isn't using his wide array of options, even when the first choice options aren't performing within a match.
Of course, absolutely. In the first game, Ndidi was out of sorts, and for good reasons, he was dropped to the bench yesterday. I think Frank Oyeka started alongside Alex Iwobi, and Ian Acho was put in front of them alongside Moses Simon. So he changed from a 4-3-3 formation to a 4-4-2 formation, which means up front it was only Tere Murphy and Victor Osimhen. But the same mistake he made was not starting fullbacks who would appreciate the works of the attackers. Only Osai Samuel was moving forward and was covering backwards. When Zaidu Sanusi moved forward and he fails to cover backwards, it was the likes of Kenneth Onuero and Temilogo Ajayi that were covering for him. So other players were doing their part, but it was taking us off more bodies up front, which is people will call -1. We had a lot of -1 in the team. We had Zaidu Sanusi, we had Kelechi Iheanacho, even Chukwueze that's -3. So how are we going to score a lot of goals? So I think it's down to the decision of the coach, down to the ideas of the players, and we can keep digging blames from left, right, and center. The fact is, we've won. It's 1-1 apiece if you look at it over aggregate, and we have 9 points. Next up, Sierra Leone.